product. You want to get product. The expert is this. That's why. That's what we spoke of. Even in the middle of no. You got the there too. And then everyone. Not in LA though. Hold up, we moving. Hold on, hold on. What up, Deuce Ends in the building,
What
man?
that do, man?
Man, happy that you back, man. Because they yelled at me. They said, "Shut the fuck up, let the man talk." Man. But goody,
You
man.
see, I got my newest edition and bundle of joy with me.
Oh man. Salute, man. I appreciate that. There you go, the young king, the young king. That's what he do, man. Positivity. Did 10 years, hopped out, and then he brought the tribe with him to make, to make a statement. And everybody was proud. I know they was all happy. The video, what I mean? He made it. He brought a lot of smiling faces. After all that sorrow you went through, 10 years, came out and did that. That's something. That's beautiful, man. So that young man is special. I already know because his pops is special, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They can say I'm blazing or whatever, but this nigga special. For sure, man.
Ain't no glaze, man. We got to give each other our flowers today, man, because tomorrow ain't promised,
Indeed, man. I got these questions lined up and things, you feel me? But about the hit your brimming, what's up with that? Y'all ain't get into part two. You had bars, my man. You was spitting. What's up? It don't even have to be about no super duper, even like a hit your brimming part two. And another question is there a dance, hit your brimming dance?
Yeah, well, the hit your brimming dance is the actual. Come here, man. Bye, baby.
Peace, Prince.
Yeah, Maria just made it back. She had went to the shop. She had to take care of some business. I'm looking crazy, but look. So with the hit your brimming, it was shout out to the homie AOB Fingers. Me and Fingers did that song, and I booked the studio session with Rob Lowe. Shout out Rob Lowe. You know what I'm saying? He reconstructed the original Hit Your Ricky beat, slowed it down a little bit, added more bass, and let me turn this light on so we ain't got no so we ain't getting no feedback right there, right?
Uh-huh.
And then let me see what camera I'm on. Let me make sure I'm on. Yeah, I'm on the right camera. All right, so I just got to fix that. But anyway, so Rob Lowe did the beat and reconstructed the beat. Fingers punched in. He didn't write no raps. You know what I'm saying? He punched in. We created the chorus together. And originally it was like, and Joe Moses told you niggas, hey, bitch, hit your brimming. Because I had just left Supper Club with Todd Allenstein and Joe Moses. And that was the plan. We was going to do a whole FHN song. For those who don't know FHN, that's Fruit Harvard Nest, the original and founders of what's today known as the Bloods. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Fruit Harvard Nest, the LA Brims.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Because my dumb ass, I heard the end, but I know.
The LA Brims is who helped orchestrate and unify what's today known as the Anti-Crip Coalition known as the Bloods. You know what I'm saying? Even though we preceded the foundation of the Crips and the Bloods, we were the first rivals, natural rivals to the Crips. So a lot of allies who was standing against the Crips at the time rolled with the Brim card, and we unified and formulated what today is known as the Bloods, right? So in any event, the Brim Walk, the Brim Walk is what shout out to the homie Tony Lucius. He just had a stroke, man. Praise to him. And his wife Lorraine, the big homegirl, you know what I'm saying? But Psych Mike, Lil Catnip, you know what I'm saying? Them the G homies that taught me how to Brim Walk. And so when we say hit your brim, we basically talking about hitting the Brim Walk, hitting the blood walk. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, me and Fingers did that song. 30 minutes later, I finished writing my verse. He had finished his verse recording. He didn't write nothing. I jumped in, did my 16, one take M. That's what they call me, one take Deuce Ends. You know what I'm saying? I go up in there, dropped off some simple metaphors and punchlines with some gangster shit, and I printed out a CD and I told him, hey, send that to G-Nut. G-Nut is the one on the last verse who do the roll call. He was CEO of Your Damn Music. So I'm trying to show off or whatever. And I wake up in the morning with my little hoe bitch. At the time, I was sitting bitches down on the blades. You know what I'm saying? So I wake up 4-5 in the morning. My phone ringing, and he like, I'm like, what's up? He like, hey, you know, he got the real raspy voice. Hey, M, man, I heard that shit you and Fingers did, man. That shit dope as fuck, man. I want to do a remix for the video. You know what I'm saying? The homie from 6 Deuce saying he want to jump on it. They had plans by the next morning because they knew me and Fingers had made a hit. So me being unselfish, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? If I could help bring other people up with me, and especially my loved ones, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? So I did so G-Nut, I tell him we came up with several contingencies, you know what I'm saying, of what he would have to do to license the song. It's kind of like Dolly Parton, who just passed away, right? She wrote the original Will Always Love You, right? But she licensed that song out to Whitney Houston, right? And Whitney Houston had the license to remake it, and she got rich off of it. But she also made Dolly Parton wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Very, very wealthy. You know what I'm saying? So just like I own the master to hit your brim, so we allowed them to do the B mix 3 days. 3 days after the we shot the video. Well, G-Nut didn't, for my calculations, didn't do or meet none of the contingencies. But I didn't care. I would get my money at the end anyway. But what I didn't know, I was going to go to jail 3 days later. So the video wasn't even out when I went to jail. It was still getting edited. And I was in the county jail with a viral video. You know what I'm saying? I go to court. The OG nigga from Avalon, he on the bus. He like, hey, your homies from Brims got this hot ass song. It's my ringtone. That motherfucker bang. And I'm like, oh yeah, hit your brimming. A Crip nigga, right? And I'm like, hit your brimming. I'm like, yeah, that's my song. He like, yeah, that's my song too. I said, no, my nigga, that's my song. I wrote that song. And he was like, what? You know what I'm saying? But
don't say I'm cutting them off, but that's what I was saying about hip hop, the art form, and I was saying niggas spit like it's gonna transcend. You feel me? But I'm sorry, go ahead.
So at that time, I was facing 23 years for kidnapping and assault. You know what I'm saying? But I went to trial. I beat the kidnapping, was found guilty of assault, got sentenced to 4 years, doubled up. Now, for the 3 strikes law, that would make me do 8 years, and that's what I ended up walking down this last little penitentiary bed. But if you see, while I'm in jail, one of the main things that G-Nut was supposed to do was register the work properly. Like that's something I'm heavy on, you know what I'm saying? So he didn't do that. He was supposed to release a song. I linked him up with the homie Ty Dolla $ign, right? And they did a song called Face Down, got the video and everything. 2 months later, Ty Dolla $ign signed Atlantic Records. Video done, we own the rights to the song. So that was like, I'm like, well, look, we got to distribute that also, you know what I'm saying? Yard Down didn't have a publishing company, meaning they weren't registered with ASCAP or BMI to collect their performance royalties. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have the IPI and the works ID number, you can't even register for your mechanical licenses. So it starts with having your own publishing company, which Yard Down was an LLC, but they weren't registered as a publisher with ASCAP or BMI. So I'm like, well, look, don't even worry about it. I helped put that song together. Y'all registered under Notorious G's, which is my publishing company. I registered since 2003. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, register with my publishing company. I'll take a third. Y'all get 66%, 66 and 2/3%. So, G-Nut, the three conditions for G-Nut was Yard Down was supposed to properly register the song and video under Active Chuck's and Notorious G's ASCAP. They didn't do that. Second, Yard Down would pay the expenses, all expenses associated with shooting the video and the promotion, which he didn't do that. I ended up buying the film. I'm the one that brought the Hummer, showed out. Nigga didn't have no gas money for me. I had to pick fingers up from Lancaster, which is about an hour out. I'm in a Hummer, a gas guzzler. You know what I'm saying? And then the third one was releasing the Face Down single with Ty Dolla $ign as the club radio banger, right? This is all strategically done. Hit Your Brim to be the street banger. Then hit Face Down would be the club banger. We all win. You know what I'm saying? But the record became much bigger than the circumstances surrounding its creation. The different YouTube uploads ultimately accumulated approximately like 2.2 million views. You know what I'm saying? And Hit Your Brim and reach MTV Italy. You know what I'm saying? I think I sent you the link or a screenshot or something of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, it's probably on this thing. Man, I mean, that's amazing, man. To be, like I said, do 10 years, pop out, and then do something like this, and they ain't know your discipline, because when you do that type of stuff, they ain't understand your discipline. And then you said you didn't understand how big the song's gonna get, and that's understandable, you know. But at the same time, man, you know, when you messing with somebody, that's you gotta have everything in order. So what you know?
You see what that say, right? That was the comments of just the song, right? Niggas be scary though. Those are the Crips. They saying if a fruit truck, meaning a disrespect to the Fruit Town, if a fruit truck nigga don't get hit tomorrow when we were shooting a video shoot, ain't no such thing as Crip. One of them niggas need to die. They wanted to kill us for that song, bro.
Yeah, but you know, the specific, you know, faction or something, not the Crips. But I hear, you know, that song was a banger though. I know there's some jealous people mad. I know it upset people, some people. Because people told me about it that I didn't even know. I heard about it now from you, obviously, but people, other dudes from out here, down moves told me, man, that motherfucker, you feel me? And your set is big, man, and popular, and I couldn't imagine like something like that if you get the right circus, it's gonna go, because y'all all around the world, man. But that's beautiful.
And shout out to all of the Brims, man. I'm talking about New Jersey, New York, upstate New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Texas, Atlanta, Alabama, Belize, Philippines, Africa. We got in Europe, we got LA, we got Brims all over the world. You know what I'm saying? So it was really their support, you know what I'm saying, unifying around a record or anthem that we made specifically for them. It's been this 2026, bro. It's going on 15-year anniversary. You know what I'm saying? A 15-year anniversary.
And it's beautiful because y'all wasn't dissing and stuff like that. It was like just a good song. Y'all just being proud, of course, a little whatever.
I definitely diss. No, I definitely diss. You might not have caught the metaphor.
Yeah, I'm thinking of young business. These young boys get real crazy, but you know.
Oh yeah. No. I was gonna keep it hip hop because this was really ignited hip hop beef. You know what I'm saying? The Rolling 60s, Pac-Man, Newport, and Comrade from the Abs. They were called PNC. They had made a song remixing a song the Grape Streets made. Grape Streets made a song called "Hit Your Ricky," right?
Okay.
RJ on the beat did the beat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out RJ on the beat. He created the original one, but mind you, he created that beat because the Nickerson Garden Bounty Hunters remixed the Rack City Tiger beat and did really city bitch, really city bitch, right? So they came, the Grape Streets came with Hit Your Ricky. So the Rolling 60s took that and flipped it, Pac-Man, Newport, and Comrade. So the homies get at me. At this time, I'm hanging around with Todd Allenstein. Shout out Todd. I know these YG, these niggas, I know these niggas finna be back on real quick because Def Jam had dropped them niggas, right? But these niggas, the hottest niggas in LA, they done brought the West Coast back with the ratchet music, with the new style of gangster music, right? Party music, function music. Problem in them cracking.
Back to the world. Not just the world. That's what good.
I'm fucking with my nigga Mucho De Niro. Shout out to the OGE crew. The whole Yard Down crew was cracking at the time. G-Nut, G-Telly, they buzzing. AOB Fingers, Gladiator Nino, rest in peace, right? Gladiator Kent, the Fingers fam. Man, listen, the Yard Down was coming hard, but Yard Down is like the grimiest of the grime. In New York, they would be like Rough Riders or the Locks or something. You know what I'm saying? They would be like the Yeah, them niggas is still pimping on hoes, selling work. Them niggas is busting on niggas. Them niggas full fledged with the shit, right? And I'm right along with it. So anyway, I'm running marketing and promotion. Me and my dad for Yard Down Music Inc. Even though I got Active Chucks, I put that on the back burner and just released my music through it, but put the other artists on the back burner because these is the homies and I'm trying to make sure I get the homies popping, right? And we got the unification. But anyway, the homies are like, hey, Deuce, you need to redo that Hit Your Rolling. Them niggas was disrespectful, bro. And I'm like, what? Man, I don't give a fuck about no gangbanging, nigga. Nigga, that gangbanging shit ain't gonna get a nigga nowhere. I'm trying to make a hit record, nigga. You talking about some motherfucking gang banging, nigga? Fuck them niggas. I ain't worried about them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we gotta get them back. We thinking about the wrong shit. So we ended up going to the studio in Hollywood, the Track D studio. And me and DT and Track D is at the studio, and they just happened to put the Hit Your Rolling on because I hadn't heard it. I had heard the original one, but I hadn't heard the Hit Your Rolling. So I'm watching the video, and them niggas is breaking the fingers, disrespecting Brim, throwing up Van Ness Gangsters, which is Brims, dissing the families, and I'm a blood. So I'm looking at him saying, man, hold up. Nigga, in the streets, it's immediate retaliation. Niggas out of town might think that this is just how it go. You know what I'm saying? Like they just gonna get away with this. Nah, nigga, we would have bitch spent that corner across them train tracks. I said, nigga, we finna hit the studio and do it. So that's when we did that, man. And the biggest hit ever, man. Kanye West posted it. I sent you the link to that.
Man, banger. Banger, man. It's amazing though, dude, to get out of do all that, you know, and you to represent like the way you represent, just like what happened with the East Coast stuff. So I wonder, like, where did the guy, you know, where did you grow up to? You know what I mean? Because most gangbangers I know is grimy as fuck. You feel me? They all and they good, you know, for they whatever, but you know, ultimately grimy. They're not thinking like for you to get out and bring everybody together like that. And you know, we got to make a hit type shit and keep it, you know, on a level. So yeah, where'd you grow up?
Well,
I asked the question hard.
primarily, I grew up around USC, University of Southern California, the college in South
Mm,
Central Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? My
mm,
paternal grandfather, John Sims, my grandpa, took my mother in along with me, my sister Trina, and my little brother Brandon Booger, right? And my mom was working 3 jobs, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, she moved us to Inglewood, you know what I'm saying, where she met her husband, Kenny Grismore. She started booking horses at the bookie joint called the Big House, you know what I'm saying, which was the biggest black-owned bookie joint in Los Angeles, right on Vermont Avenue, where they got Moss number 27 right now. You know what I'm saying? So she started booking horses at the Big House for her husband's father, you know what I'm saying? And our lifestyles changed dramatically after that. You know what I'm saying? And eventually we moved to Gardena, you know what I'm saying? Which is about like no traffic. I could jump on the freeway and be in Gardena in about 7, 8, 9 minutes, right? But if you take the streets with the lights or you get caught in traffic, it'll be about a 15, 20-minute ride. But but about like my childhood wasn't really stable, went through like physical abuse. I was a runaway by like 12, 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? And by 14, I was put into group homes, you know what I'm saying? Taken in by the Department of Children's Services and
yeah,
declared a ward of the court, you know what I'm saying?
wow.
So and then I would just run away from them and run back to the hood, you know what I'm saying? They put me in group homes. I would run away. The DCS started calling me a jackrabbit. You know what I'm saying? I ran from practically every placement and went straight back to the hood by USC. You know
He
what
said
I'm
I'm
saying?
doing more shit.
And that's the Fruit Town Brims territory, the LA Brims, 30 gangsters. You know
What
what I'm
age was you?
saying? Huh?
What age at that time, when you hit that?
Well, that was 12, 13, 14. I didn't start banging until I'm 14, 15, right? That's when I got official, you know what I'm saying? Before that, I was just tagging. I didn't want to be no motherfucking gangbanger. I was competing in spelling bees. You know what I'm saying? I was in magnet classes. I was offered collegiate courses at Cal State Dominguez University in LA. Well, Compton, right? I was offered these courses. So I was like, man, everybody I see gangbanging was already getting shot, going in and out of jail. Why the fuck I want to do that? My dad been in jail most of my life. You know, that's the triple OG homie from the set. He the oldest living Fruit Town Brim member. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to gang bang. I was just a tagger. You know what I'm saying? Trying to express myself through being a runaway, dealing with physical abuse and mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expressing myself through dancing and graffiti. You dig? And I started stealing cars because I'm running away. So even though I wasn't gangbanging yet, then that wouldn't do it. I help old folks with their groceries at 32 Market. You know what I'm saying? And they'll give me tips or whatever. You know, and that's how I get enough money to get clothes to go to school and shit. I was really taking care of myself at a young age. And then I just started hitting licks like on the 1st and the 15th. We catch motherfuckers coming up out that check cashing. And you know what I'm saying? Nigga pull out that little Deuce 5, they break yourself. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
if I
get, that's all we did too. I laughed when you said graffiti because my homie, one of my good friends, he's an East Coast Damo. I wouldn't, I love for you to meet him because he's certified and I'd already trust me for real. But not like that, but yeah. But he was a graffiti artist too. You feel me? And they made fun of a lot of dudes that was graffiti crews or whatever else. But that's that's a whole other story and shit like that. But the Fruit Town Brims, one of the biggest and very popular, people like Soldier Boy, Chris Brown, things like that. And then
no. Both of them claim Fruit Town Paru, so that's a little different. Let me correct you. My bad.
My bad. Thank you.
So Chris Brown and Soldier Boy both claim Fruit Town Paru, which is in Compton. You know what I'm saying? Compton is a suburb of Los Angeles. Let me see. It'll be south and east, right? Southeast of South Central Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Going towards borderline with Watts, Long Beach, and Carson. You know what I'm saying? And South Central Los Angeles is on the other side of Watts. You know what I'm saying? So then you have Gardena right there. So anyway, that's where Fruit Town Piru is. They come from the branch of Pirus. Compton doesn't have Bloods; they have Piru sets, right? And the Piru sets predated the Blood, so they have a little different history. But they're one of the organizations that joined with the anti-Crip coalition known today as the Blood. So the Pirus didn't start as Bloods, but they ended up joining the Blood Association, the Blood organization, once all of these other black sets unified to stand against the Crips. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's where they from. I'm from South Central LA, which is where we started this gangster shit. When you talking about where the anti-Crip coalition started, where Raymond Washington and Tookie Williams and them niggas was at this South Central Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? And because because we predated the Crips, we was a natural enemy to them once Raymond Washington moved to the West Side, because they took off big, and we were the biggest organization in Los Angeles at the time, black organization, you know what I'm saying? So it was a natural rivalry with us from the get-go, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, you cleared up a lot for my dumb ass, you feel me? But and I know a lot of East Coast niggas too, tell you the truth, you feel me? But that's beautiful, man. But what's the biggest, because y'all popular, everybody, not popular, that's probably a wrong word, but you know what I mean, a very influential tribe. What's the biggest misconception, you feel me? Because it's a lot of stuff, you know. So if you want to tap in on that.
The biggest misconception, I think, is that all of these so-called gangs is criminal organizations, right? I know, and I ain't gonna put them out there like that, let them shine. I know dudes that I can name right now who I've known for 40 years, you know what I'm saying? And they never shot a Crip in their life, they never robbed nobody. Right now, they'll throw down if they at the liquor store with me and some niggas try to jump on me or something, they'll throw down and fight with me. They ain't gonna just let me get jumped on. But them dudes is just normal dudes within our village, within our tribe, within our community. You know what I'm saying? That grew up over there and they're guilty by association. So let's go back to what I was saying, right? I didn't want to be a gang member. But at 14 years old, me, the homie Fabricio, aka Lil C Blank, and the homie Samo, right? My Samoan best friend, shout out my brother Daniel, man. So we got a couple of females with us. We going to go get some blunts from AMPM, and we just leave up out of the house by Daniel house on 35th. Make a long story short, some niggas spent the block and unloaded 52 shots, and none of us were gangbangers at the time. None of us were affiliated with gang members. But because we live in this community, nigga, we were prone to be shot at. It's homeboys that just got jumped. Hey, where you from, man? I don't gangbang. Where you live at? Oh, man, I live on 37th in Normandy. On the east side of Normandy? Yeah. Bing, bang, bam. Break the homie's jaw and everything, and he never gangbanged, but he started gangbanging that night because he ain't no pussy. You know what I'm saying? So in any event, they came through, they did what they did. You know what I'm saying? 52 shots. Scared the shit out of me. I'm like, man, I love my life. Fuck all that. I'm not finna be the motherfucking prey. I'm finna be the predator. So that's the night. That's the night I got with the homie, with the big homie, you know what I'm saying, my uncle. And I was already born into the brim shit, so I picked my flag up that night, and from then on, it was no more being the prey. How about that? You know, make that make sense. You know?
Man, so you say you're around 14 at that time and things like that, 13, 14. That's a young age. People, you and the way you
Yes,
said it,
sir.
because you from the land, you said it like it's late, like it's late. But what sent you to
No,
CY like
that's
that?
average. But you have niggas that was my age, like Red Flag. Red Flag had started banging at 10, 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? Then you have other homies, Mexican Jose, even though he turned 18th Street. We all grew up together. By 11, 12, he was already banging Fruit Town Brim. So you have that shit is like at a very young age, dudes get into that lifestyle. It's like a rite of passage. You know how tribes in Africa, right? When the youngsters start going through puberty, right? They circumcise them. Some of them used to make them go kill lions and put in their work, and then they'll get a scar or something like it. That's the rites of passage. This is just the normal thing in the community. As far as a age of progression, you know what I'm saying? If you from over here, you're guilty by association if you're not banging. So this is just pretty much a community trying to unify and protect each other. That's what my understanding and my experience growing up in the Fruit Town Brim.
Man, I believe that too because I'm black and people, it's like a scared cop have to end up killing the old lady. People don't understand us; they get scared and intimidated or whatever else. But and then things happen with us between us because we so stupid and we not dealing with. We ain't going for nothing, and we end up killing each other a lot and robbing each other. But they don't know that we the most. You know what I mean? But so 14. What sent you to CYA? Because I know it was something. You know what I mean? Because you did a lot of time there. So what the fuck sent you there, man? It turned all the way up. Had to.
Well, 5 years, 6 months, right? So, I ended up catching a dude from a rival Crip set, right? Harlem 30s, right? And that's like Fruit Town Brim is in the 30s on the west side of South Central. When you cross Normandy, you in the original Harlem Crips. Very, very respect, a lot of respect for my ops. Because they're one of the biggest Crip sets, and they real Crips. They don't really beef with too many other Crip sets like that. They beef with a whole bunch of blood. So this is one of the oldest beefs in South Central Los Angeles, the Harlem Crips and the Fruit Town Brim. So I caught the dude. He was in our neighborhood. I don't know if he strapped. I don't know what he was on. But I'm with the homies. I'm like, let me out. I'm finna kill this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I had seen the nigga before and gave the nigga a pass. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, I'm just visiting my grandmother and something. And he had somebody with him. I pulled out the Mac 10. Like, nigga, you got a burner? The nigga was strapless. So I'm like, okay, nigga, I'm going to give your ass a pass. Don't let me catch you over here again, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And now I catch the nigga. I'm like, let me out. I'm finna kill this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And the homies let me out. And I chased him down. He ran into the elementary school. Make a long story short, we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? And we get away. But a couple of days later, I'm shooting dice with the homies from the hood in the 20s, the NHB, neighborhood blood rolling 20s. And the police roll up, LAPD Southwest, and they immediately, hey, Slim, that I always lied to him and told him my name was Slim. They're like, Slim, who you try to kill at the elementary school? I said, I don't know what you're talking about. They cuffed me off the gate, you know what I'm saying? And the nigga had already made a report, you know what I'm saying? He had already identified me and the police knew who I was. So I went to was originally arrested for attempted murder. But when I went to trial, the nigga testified, Shay-Bone from Harlem Crip, testified on me with a cast on his arm and his leg. Medical reports saying he suffered concussions and contusions, and yeah, bro, it was nasty work. But the judge told me that he was sentencing me, commit me to California youth authorities for the camp programs I had did previously. You know what I'm saying? I was already on probation from that. So they added that time. Plus, the attempted murder dropped to assault with a deadly weapon, 245A1, and then and so I got 5 years, 6 months in California Youth Authority.
Wow. I hear a lot about CYA, man, a whole lot, where were you at? Because I know some people is interested in that question, where they kept you at, things like that.
So first I started at reception, Southern Reception in Norwalk, California, SRCC, and turned up there, you know what I'm saying? And then I went to Preston Pre-Camp, right? So Preston Pre-Camp is sweet, bro. I'm talking, well, not the pre-camp, but if you make it to camp, this is like, if you finish this program, you get to go to camp. That 5 years would have turned into maybe 6 months to a year, and you're going to eat good. You're going to be putting out fires and shit, right? So I'm like, oh, man, I made it, right? But I ended up fighting a nigga from East Coast Crip. The nigga get into it with a nigga from a blood from Sacramento. The nigga from Sacramento turned it down. The blood nigga from Sacramento turned it down. And I get down with the nigga just to save face for the Bloods. Like, nigga, fuck that. I got the fade. You know what I'm saying? And then we get caught. The police turned the lights on. It was nighttime. They turned the lights on. I'm like, fuck it, we caught already. So I'm just going. Boom, 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 boom. They take me to Tamarack, which is the hole in Preston. And then from there, they sent me to transfer me to N.A. Chad Jirian in Stockton, California. You know what I'm saying? They call it Pelican Chad, like Pelican Bay, Pelican Chad. You know what I'm saying? So I went up there. It's the nut house, bro. Chad was off the Richter. You know what I'm saying? Talking about some gangster shit. But so I was there for about 2 years, and then I got paroled in 1998. And I was back on the streets, you know what I'm saying? But I got a different plan at this time. I learned how to rap. Shout out to homie Scary X, Ricky Murdoch, you know what I'm saying? The Star Child, Ansel Muhammad, the Star Child. He taught me how to line my bars up, you know what I'm saying? And the 16 bars and how to make choruses and chorus stints. And so I was already practicing. I got out with about 2 albums worth of rap music, and I hit the streets, you know what I'm saying? And it was Operation Crackola.
Crackola.
Oh yeah, man. It was still going. Listen, in 98, nigga.
Hey, when it hit, it was hot like fire.
Man, hot like fire. I had the best plug in the set. On top of that, I sold the projects up. Got 19, 20 years old. Got my own workers. Niggas sold that shit up. Dead homies, nigga. Lord is my witness, nigga. Nigga was getting it. Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to figure something out though, because your story keep coming up about you standing up for what it is. You're a representative. You realize who you are, basically, I guess, and your responsibilities, and you ain't going to jeopardy. You know what I mean? So that's ill. You feel me? So, but you coming up. You said it was rough as a childhood. What'd you learn in CYA though? Did you learn anything there? Was that a
nigga how to be a rider? That's it. How to be a rider, and that was my first experience with this new racism that the Serenos had. You know what I'm saying? That the Mexican gangbangers. See, growing up, a lot of the Mexicans, we grow up with Mexicans, so inherently we look at them as if they going through the exact same struggle as us. You know what I'm saying? But by this time, the essays, the gangbangers, they've been embedded with these racial stereotypes of black people, and they started showing their jealousy and hatred towards us. So we was getting into it with them. You want to hear a gangsta ass war dog? You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
All right, so I'm gonna take you to TS. So I went to Preston, I went to Chad, and then I paroled. I ended up going back, and we get to that later what I went back for. But I get to TS. So we in TS. They sent me to M&N, and so I'm on M&N unit. And the nigga Buck Wild from 706 Hustlers, that's out in Bellflower, right? Shout out Buck Wild, Stone Cold Rider. You know what I'm saying? But Buck Wild, 706 Hustlers. I mean, not Buck Wild. Tiny Hunchy from A-Trade Gangster was playing basketball against a couple essays from Florencia. They got the popping his slick or whatever. I think he took off on them, or he was popping slick to them, and they took off on him as they were going in. They stomped him out, bro. He had to be airlifted out of the YTS by a helicopter, bro, and almost died multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So that's across the field in Unit CD, or was it GH? It was over there though. So we in M&N, we get the word. I'm like, nigga, what? Tiny Hunchy, reputable ass nigga from A-Trade Gangster, right? He turned Muslim though, but that's his belief. He didn't turn Muslim because he was scared. He was trying to evolve mentally, so I respect it, right? So that nigga, so we come out and niggas like, so what we gonna do? They like, man, we just hollered at the Muslims on the trade line. The Muslims talk about when we get to store, then we gonna come back to the trade line and get off on the essays. I said, what? Nigga, they almost killed this nigga. I said, man, fuck these niggas. So I'm hot. I just came from the LA County. We did riots in 2600 day room. So I'm like, Wayside. I'm like, nigga, you niggas talking about, nigga almost died, nigga, reputable nigga. Nigga, it has to be immediate retaliation, nigga, to set some demonstrations down. Because if you give a nigga one of them an inch, they'll take a yard. They'll do me like that if they think they got away with that. You know what I'm saying? So them niggas was like, well, that's what the Muslim talking about. So I pushed away from all the blacks. When it got to basketball, started shooting my little mid-range jump shot, and the homie Devil and Buck Wild for 706 and Devil from City Stone, they walk up like, hey, Eminem, what's up? You know, I'm like, nah, ain't nothing. These bust-ass niggas, I'm cool. I don't fuck with no buster shit. These niggas is yees making excuses, nigga. These niggas scared of some 4-foot Mexicans. Nigga, what's wrong with these niggas? So the homie's like, well, nigga, all you got to do is take off. I'm like, what? Put that on something. Like on PPS. That nigga Buck Wild said on 706. I said, what? Get cracking on the essays on the Eminem basketball court, nigga. We get the punishing shit. Yeah, homies, nigga. Punishing shit. Chasing these niggas. Beat these niggas. Nigga, the police come up with the bob gun. Blah, blah. Everybody get down. So we get down. But Buck Wild didn't get out. He got the other essay in the bathroom stall. He just punching him. Nigga, black power, right? So I jump back up. I see he's still cracking. So I jump back up and got disrespectful. Like, nigga, fuck sewer rats, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Which is disrespect to the essay. So they supposed to jump back up. They like this YA, nigga. Bullshit rules, you know, ain't no real rules, you know what I'm saying? It's all gas, no brake, nigga. And the essay didn't even jump up, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I ran over there with Buck Wild, and then I just took off because Buck Wild would beat the other essay till he was tired. He was just hitting him like tired, nigga. And I ran over there and I just put him on his back pockets. And then the police pepper sprayed me and maced me and shit. So we went down. Shout out my nigga Baby Sonny from Hoover. Shout out my nigga Cobra from Hoover. Shout out my nigga Yaba from Kelly Park, Compton Crip. G Stone from Avalon. Red Run from Skyline. I'm talking about Stone Cold Riders.
Skyline, they go shit. Okay.
Yeah. That's what YA taught me, bro. That these essays were starting to be embedded with racism and how to deal with them. And also how to just be more of a rider, homie. Because that's all it really teach you. It's not that much rules, it's a whole bunch of bullshit. Shout out my nigga Messi Moore and Tiny Draws. They linked up today in Vegas. I got the picture of my brothers.
Mess. The show, Bullies with Fullies, you feel me? I like that song, Juice and Mess. I like that. I drink, I smoke. Yeah, for real. Niggas go crazy. Hey, But you was already a savage when you hit YA, obviously from what I'm hearing. But did it change you when you got out? Like, what you feel me? Was it what changed? Did YA change you in any way?
Well, yeah, keeping it a buck, it made me first and foremost, it made me feel like it opened my eyes because I was naive, thought everybody loved niggas, and you know what I'm saying? It's really out of sight, out of mind. Like nigga frontline, nigga got the sack, nigga stay with Mac 10s, AR 15s, just active. And everybody want to be around you because when you got the sack, the bitches come around. When you got burners, they feel safe. You the gunner, you the protector. So they feel inspired to be running on that same type of program. But in my whole YA bid, I got a letter from two Bull Gangster, my dog. I got another letter from Baby Boy who since went sour. You know what I'm saying? But and that was him telling me that the homie had got killed. You know what I'm saying? And that the homies was at war. And other than that, the G homies now, shout out to all my G homies, Big Bug, Big Al, Super Duper, the Millers, all them niggas. I never missed the store. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas made sure I had everything I wanted to do because I played my position. You be true to the game would be true to you, man. And I kept my mouth shut. Nobody went to jail with me. I wasn't by myself. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they take care of you when you know how to keep your mouth closed. You know what I'm saying?
Man. So going to jail, you know, we hear all these stories, all these podcasts of all these gangsters, and I ain't hating, I love it. You know, but going to jail kind of affects certain things or whatever with their gang. You got stories and things like that. Did incarceration, how did did it mess with your situation? I don't think so. Obviously not. But I'm just asking, did it change incarceration change your relationship with the Fruit Towns? Or how did it?
Not only in the respect, first and foremost, Fruit Town to today is still my heart. I love the 30s. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, every great memory I ever had is in there. You take the good with the bad. Nigga know what he signed up for. You know what I'm saying? No, it didn't change. That them not sending letters and all of that, the out of sight, out of mind with the niggas that was my age, let me know, like, okay, so I see what it is. I'm always sacrificing. I'm always the nigga that's gonna bite the bullet for the team. Fuck that. I'm finna focus on my bag. You know what I'm saying? Nigga. So on that, I'm like, none of these niggas got more stripes than me. Before I went to YA, the G homies used to be like, Eminem, calm down, blood. You got more stripes than a zebra. You got more stripes than a tiger. You can't get no more stripes. Stay out here. Get your bag. But a nigga just was too turned up. You know what I'm saying? Nigga love that shit. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm thinking about all that. I'm like, the big homies was right. It's time for me to go ahead and let the niggas my age and the niggas younger than me start carrying they motherfucking weight. And I'm finna get my bag. You niggas ain't got more stripes than me. You know what I'm saying? So I need to be out here to setting the flag and making sure that everything is going how it should be going amongst the homies. You know what I'm saying? The young homies. So, yeah, it changed from that. I started getting more just focused on the bag, even though gangster shit happened. Even when you just focus on the bag, nigga, bullshit find you. You know what I'm saying? Even when you ain't looking for it. You know, that's why the G homies used to say, too, like, bro, you going to have an opportunity to prove what you going to do. You know what I'm saying? Just calm down. It's going to come to you. And it really does come to you. So in any event, though, that was it. Just mentally, the adjustment to, I love the homies. I fuck with the homies. But my priority right now is getting to this bag and then putting my crew on. I started the hit squad. You know what I'm saying? The hit squad is my generation of the Fruit Town Brims. You know what I'm saying? I was a tiny gangster brim. Shout out to the TGBs. You know what I'm saying? 30 gangster brim, tiny gangster brim. But I was the youngest TGB when I started gangbanging. But I ended up starting my own crew, the hit squads. You know what I'm saying? Which was like the Black Ops. You know what I'm saying? For the tiny gangsters, you dig? Elite. It only everybody didn't make the cut. You know what I'm saying?
Man. But how you go, because CYA, you go, you go in there as a juvenile, you go in there as a youngin', and then whatever most do, they come out, they change their life or they don't. But how you go from there to the federal prison, like, because how you go from CYA to the feds?
Bro, I hit YA a banger, the feds a money maker. We running up in there, we hitting them licks, bro. I said we focus on the money by any means necessary, bro. And we got cracked on the lick. I was only out of YA 5 months, bro. 5 months. And then we hit the lick, shit go bad, bro. We ended up getting like, I think it was like $1,200 or some shit, bro. Nigga didn't get to the vote. It was a deposit only credit union, which means you gotta hit the vote to get in there. But the security guard ran out, shit went bad. So when shit go bad, them niggas well, I could tell that story another day. Make a long story short, bro. Shit went bad, nigga. The little nigga told on me, you know what I'm saying, that I orchestrated that robbery. He knew that I orchestrated other ones, you know what I'm saying? And so they try to wash me up then. The feds, the PSI came back 12 years, 10 months. The feds, the government objected to the PSR and recommended that I get 25 years, 10 months, bro. You know what I'm saying? But thank God they didn't file that paperwork until Friday, and we went to court Monday for sentencing. So my lawyer never had a chance to study it, research it, and really go through it. So the judge recognized that and didn't hear the government's objections, or they would have gave me 25 years, hands down. It was enhancements for being a leader of more than 3 people, an enhancement for moving the security guard inside the bank, moving the bank manager, right? The enhancement for having more than one gun, because we had a rifle and then my 357. You know what I'm saying? And so, nigga, that's how nigga end up going from there. Nigga, when a nigga young, a nigga really think like, shit, nigga, I'm young. Nigga, I gotta keep it shining. Nigga, it's wartime. And nigga, it costs money to go to war, bro. You gotta have pistols. Nigga, you gotta have bullets. How you gonna go on a drill right now? I don't give a fuck. You got an AR with a 100-round drum. And then you come back, you broke. You ain't even got no more money to get some more shit. Yeah, that ain't happening, my nigga. Nigga, and you gotta look real good. You know, you gotta make the hood look good. You know what I'm saying? So when you see me and I have to Monte Carlo on days, nigga had to cut the man, nigga, like every time you see me, I'm shining like new money. Nigga looking like money. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the reasons I was that helped me and assisted me in recruiting so many people, bro. I probably recruited over 100 Fruit Town Brim members. You know what I'm saying? And if I didn't put them on, the niggas I put on recruited them and put them on, but I gave the okay to do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's how nigga end up in the feds, bro. I was 22 years old when the feds got me. You know what I'm saying? And they was trying to give a nigga a quarter, but thank God I ended up getting 135 months, which was 11 years, 3 months initially. Then I appealed it under Blakely versus Washington, the Ameline Fam, which was a U.S. Supreme Court, and then shepherdized it to the Ninth Circuit. You can Google that. You can get access to that paperwork. They sent me and Nino Brim, my co-defendant, back to court for resentencing. And I ended up getting 120 months even, which is 10 years even. You know what I'm saying?
10 years split that. We got some paperwork here too, but that's crazy. You know, because whack crazy ass talk about, I learned about flocking, so everybody learned about flocking from YG. Everybody know that shit been a big thing. Not even just LA, but in LA it got, whatever, because I don't know why. Matter of fact, why was it so, robberies and shit like that, like in that environment, why was it so, It was like it was made for it out there. What's going on? Because the gangs, I think, too, that's part of it. But damn, it's like, wow.
Well, first we come from poverty, right? So add to that fact, California is the home of militancy and the Black Panthers, right? So even though the Bloods and Crips, when they started, were supposed to imitate and mimic what the Black Panthers did, what the Slawsons did, what the Gladiators did, what the LA Brims originally were doing, right? On some black time and community revolutionary type shit. You know what I'm saying? And we fell far from that. That rebellious mind state, that revolutionary mind state is embedded into the genetic fiber of California politics. So in our mind, we like, y'all niggas done took away all of the factories that my grandparents worked at, left my parents to do what they had to do. Y'all done flooded our communities with crack, and we done sold and did what we had to do because it was survival, right? But fuck that, nigga. Y'all ain't left us no options. We gonna make our own options, nigga. Y'all done cut us off financially. We gonna hit y'all financial institutions, nigga, and take money. You know what I'm saying? I know Big had to give money, but Pac had that take money. It's a different mentality. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what we was on. Rest in peace to my cousin Reggie Linthicum. That was my big cousin for Playboy Style Crip. That was the first bank robber I knew. You know what I'm saying? He got killed by the police in the early 2000s and shit. But he was balling, passing $250,000, $500,000. And this was in 84. Then the 4 Trade Gangsters, the 6-0s, the Blackstone, a lot of different hoods were real instrumental and made that culture passing on. We became the home of bank robberies. You know what I'm saying? Then niggas started leaving the state to go hit the licks. You know what I'm saying? But one thing for sure, two things for certain, when niggas talk about by any means necessary, that's just how we looked at it, nigga. Nigga, fuck that. Them niggas eating. They put these banks in our community. We ain't got no money. Nigga, fuck that, nigga. We finna take they shit. Government don't give a fuck about us. Nigga, we don't give a fuck about them. That shit insured anyway. Let's hop that counter, hit that vote, and get that money, man.
Hey, that's crazy, man, because Pop got the famous quote that everybody know. One day, you know, we're gonna knock on the door saying, "We shall overcome." We ain't got no food, y'all. We see y'all in there. You know what I'm going.
Yeah.
That's crazy, but what I said on the last one, and it's something I really believe in, it's because it's facts. I'm a fucking guy that look at facts and the evidence. LA, you know, that nucleus over there, man, is crazy, man, because that's the people he talking about. That's the end right there. That's the end. What Pac was saying, soon we gonna do. Yeah, that's what he was talking about, and that's where it lands at ultimately. So that's crazy, man. So federal, man, where'd you do your federal time, and how was it? Because man, my boy Rasta Chris about to tap back in. He did 33 years. We're gonna interview him this Saturday, man, and he's a federal guy.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, where'd you do your federal time? How was that experience? I know you was good though, but
so from MDC, you know, MDC is like the federal county jail for LA niggas, right? And but it's nowhere like the county. It's so sweet, bro. It's so nice. But I did get into a riot in MDC, LA. They called it the chicken riot. You know what I'm saying? We got into it, the essay. I ended up beating some essays with some pool sticks. But anyway, I was started in USP Lompoc after I got sentenced. They call it the New Rock. When they closed Alcatraz, the Federal Bureau of Prisons built Lompoc, right? That's like Central California. That shit was gangster, bro. From the warden, Al Herrera, just Google what I'm telling you. USP Lompoc, Al Herrera, right? Gangster Al's what they called the warden, nigga. The gangsters run the prison. Not the COs, nigga. The convicts run the prison. You know what I'm saying? And I was there for about a year, maybe a year and a half before the Federal Bureau of Prison was opening up a new United States penitentiary in Victorville, California. So I left on the first van to go open that motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? I literally opened it up. When we got there, some of the barbed wire wasn't around the thing. So they put us in the hole that first night and then let us out to the next morning after they finished putting up all of the barbed wire. You know what I'm saying? So I started there. Once I went back on my appeal and got a lesser sentence based on the time I did in MDCLA in Lompoc and then Victorville on my appeal, my points dropped. So I went across the street to Victorville FCI 1. I was there for about 8 months, and then we got into it with the Serenos. They ran in on a black nigga in the black nigga cell, and I ended up with a fire extinguisher, chased them up out the unit, and then went outside chasing them niggas and beat one of them niggas, broke his ribs with the fire extinguisher, and the police dive at me and end up with a broken nose, and the other police said I uppercutted him, and he fell and tore his meniscus. So they both actually one had a fractured nose, Officer Gutierrez, and then the other CO actually had a torn meniscus. But I didn't uppercut that nigga, and the other nigga saying I punched him in the straightforward. They was lying. They was mad because I'm the nigga that embarrassed they peoples. You know what I'm saying? Both of these was Hispanic SA COs. And they basically didn't like the way niggas put it down on the essays in that riot. You know what I'm saying? The essay started it, but we finished that motherfucker. Shout out to H. Wood from Hoover, A-Dub, my boys out of Carolina. Shout out to the homie from Lincoln. I ain't gonna say your name because I know you up under the radar doing your business thing. You know I love you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out K5 from Barney Hunters, you know what I'm saying? And rest in peace, Tiny Jimbo. My other co-defendant was in that riot with me. I got the video to that riot too, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was later charged, so I got that riot in Discovery. So from FCI Victorville, after 6 months, I was under FBI investigation for the assault of the federal correctional officers and during the riot. And so then after 6 months investigation, they had to send me back to the line. So they sent me to USP Florence, Colorado. Shit. I was in Colorado about 9 months. I took the yard when I got to USP, Colorado. I took the yard for the Bloods, right? Them niggas wasn't checking paperwork. Them niggas didn't know how to make knives. They had knives, but they was buying knives from other niggas. They just riders. All the homies that was up there, shout out to Bloody Heck. Niggas G-Shine, shout out to Fat Gangster, shout out my nigga Killer. Nigga, the homies had, shout out Nightmare from Blackstone. Nigga, the homies had some riders, but they was all young and they didn't know how to program. But it was cool because I'm gonna get you right. You know what I'm saying? So the day I got there, I called a meeting and I took the yard for the Bloods. And 9 months later, I'm a programmer, bro. So I'm not one of them niggas that's looking to start shit, but if it's gonna be it, we gonna embrace it and we gonna tear this motherfucker up. And that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? It was April 20th, 9 months in there, bro. April 20th, 2008. We had the white boys, white supremacists, was drunk out there because it's Hitler's birthday. 420 isn't just symbolized the weed smoking, it's also Hitler's birthday. So these motherfuckers out there throwing up the Hail Hitler signs and fuck niggers and all of this shit, bro. So salute to the Crips, salute to the Bloods, salute to the Blackstones, the Vice Lords, the DC boys, and all this down dirty South niggas. All of the blacks, besides the gangster disciples, clicked up that day, and we tore that motherfucker up, a 29-minute riot. And in that 29-minute riot, 30, I think it was 30 people, inmates went to the hospital for superficial stab wounds. Only one of them was black. 15 people were shot by 223s from the gun tower. The gun tower shot over 400 in that 30-minute period, bro. They couldn't stop the riot. We lost Hooker G, a black disciple out of Milwaukee. That's crazy. Now I live in Wisconsin, in Madison, an hour away from Milwaukee. Big brother, man, 6'8", man. The police shot him in the stomach, man. He worked in the kitchen. He didn't just work in the kitchen. He ran the kitchen. Big old 6'6", 6'8", 300-pound, big muscle nigga. And he seen niggas getting cracking with the white boys and he coming out for work. He ran down there, tried to run down there, and the police picked him off, hit him with the Mini 14, the 223 hit him in the stomach. We lost him. The white boys lost a white boy too. He got shot. Yeah, man, but it went down, man. And from there, you know what I'm saying? They looked at me like, oh, you a shot caller for the Bloods or something. Like, we need to talk to you. So I'm like, well, cuff up my celly. You know what I'm saying? They're like, for what? I'm like, we locked down. I'm like, because he going with me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Anything you going to ask me, my response going to be the same with him, but we need a witness. Y'all know protocol. You know what I'm saying? Go talking to the gang unit and police while we locked down, nigga, after riot. What is you talking about, right? Oh, it got to be like that. Yeah, nigga, what you mean? So the niggas, they left. They came and got me the next week, nigga, and put me in the hole with everybody else that was participating in that motherfucker, nigga. And they shipped me to FCI Talladega to open up what would become the special management unit. It wasn't no special management unit yet, the SMOO program. I opened that up in Talladega, Alabama, but I was there a year before it even was approved by the Federal Bureau of Prison. They locked me down, bro. So when I'm telling you, I'm a programmer. I don't start shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm programming. I'm live with it. If we going up, we going up. But if not, we finna get money. We finna chill. We finna gamble, play the sports tickets every day. You know what I'm saying? They hit the education department, try to bust a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I worked in medical trying to bust a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Nigga in jail. Nigga ain't trying to go through that, but nigga, this is part of jail sometimes, and you got to be prepared for that. But I got there. That was a 23-1 program, bro. You got come out your cell for rec 3 times a week. You get a 5-minute shower 3 times a week. When you come out for your rec, you get handcuffed through the door. Then they one CO takes your right arm, the other one take your left, and they have to have a sergeant to open the door. So 3 people get you, and then they take you to a dog cage, literally like another fucking cell, but it's a dog cage and it's cement. And you go out there and you get a little freedom. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I paroled from. But first they took me back to court while I was doing the SMOO program. I got charged in California for assaulting those federal correctional officers. I sent you that paperwork too. I got re-indicted.
Oh yeah, I got that. I pull it right now. Shit, I pull that shit up right now. Damn, this is a story. That's a hell of a one. It's crazy as hell, man. It's like oh, here it go, right here. Here it go. I don't know if it. Hopefully you can see it though.
Yeah, that's part of the report. Oh, there goes the indictment right there. So what is that? December 16, 2000 and what? 8 or 9? I think it's 9. They re-indicted me for assaulting the federal correctional officers. So it says on or about March 11, 2007 in San Bernardino County within the Central District of California, defendant Lamonte Deshaun Sims intentionally used force to assault, resist, oppose, whatever, intimidate, and interfere with A. Gutierrez, a federal prisons correctional officer at the Federal Correction Institution 1 at Victorville, California, while A. Gutierrez engaged in the performance of his official duties, and then it resulted in the infliction of bodily injury. You know what I'm saying? He had a broken nose. So you can turn the page. It's another page too.
They punched him in the nose. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, but the nigga was lying. So here's the report. This is his report. Damn, I let me see if I can find it, because then I can read. I can see it, but I can't see it. You know what I'm saying?
My brother caught a case. The nigga tried to say, the police said, "Oh, you want to fight? I ain't gonna say nothing. It's all good." And then you know, now you charge them. But yeah, I know they dirty. They be lying all the time. Shit.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, they was mad because of they people started it and we finished it. You know what I'm saying? So look, Andres Gutierrez, Hispanic male, date of birth, all right, whatever, federal correctional officer, whatever, right? Reference to March 11, 2007 incident involving inmate Lamonte Deshaun Sims, number 236991112. After being advised of the identity of the interviewing agent and purpose of the interview, Gutierrez provided the following information. Gutierrez has been employed by the Bureau of Prisons since September 2002 and is a recreation specialist. On the date in question, Gutierrez was working in the recreation when he heard an unknown broadcast over the radio of a problem in B lower housing unit. Now that's my unit. Gutierrez ran to the area and approached the unlocked slowdown gate to the courtyard. He saw inmate Sims in the courtyard spraying an unknown Hispanic inmate with a fire extinguisher. Sims was yelling something to the effect of, "Don't fuck with the bloods." You know what I'm saying? So I done sprayed the essay with the fire extinguisher like, nigga, don't fuck with the blood. But what I really said, after I sprayed him and he couldn't see and balled up, I start beating him with that motherfucking like black power, nigga. Ain't nothing bigger than the beat, nigga. Bow down to the bloods. You know what I'm saying? Man. I was turned. You know what I'm saying? Putting down a demonstration, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he say, Sims threw he do say that. Sims threw the extinguisher at the Hispanic inmate, which struck the inmate. The two inmates began to throw punches at each other and were now near the fence line to the slowdown gate. Gutierrez and correctional officer Flores entered through the gate, yelling at the inmates to get on the ground. Flores grabbed the Hispanic inmate, who threw his hands up in the air in a surrendering manner. This inmate appeared compliant with staff. Gutierrez approached Sims, and Sims stepped back to the side, looked at Gutierrez, and punched Gutierrez. Sims' punch was forward manner into Gutierrez's nose. Gutierrez grabbed onto Sims, and another unknown staff member tried to tackle Sims. Sims went at this time, but Gutierrez landed on his buttocks and was stunned for a moment from Sims's punch.
You put him on his
head. No, he lying though. That the police dived at us and put him on his ass, but he lying, saying that I punched him in his nose and broke the thing. Gutierrez felt the area of his nose, which was numb, and decided it was okay to continue to stay down. Gutierrez saw Sims and an unknown staff member by the wall to be lower and ran to help. Gutierrez recalled correctional officer Flores and Jarrett arrived to help. Sims was uncooperative and stated that he was not going to get handcuffed. Staff had to wrestle Sims to the ground as Sims still refused to cuff up.
Yeah.
So, well, let me give y'all some game, right? It's a riot, right? The police don't even got control of the unit. The niggas we was fighting and chased out the unit, then ran out the unit and went, it's lunchtime, ran into the the kitchen. Nigga, they still around on the yard, and you got a police, a CO, talking about you gonna handcuff me and walk me to the hole. Ain't none of that. So as soon as one of them niggas run up on me with a knife, you think I'm handcuffed. You think I'm a count on the police to protect me? When this nigga pull that knife, the police gonna run, and I'm handcuffed. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that, nigga. We ain't doing no cuffing up, nigga. Let's go. We can walk to the hole, but nigga, y'all ain't cuffing me up, walking me across no motherfucking yard, nigga. Yeah, you got to make sure that you going home. You know what I'm saying? The same way you came in. You can't count on the police to protect you. And man, fuck all that. I'm gonna protect myself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that riot happened, and then from there, that's when they sent me to the riot. I mean, to USP Florence. No, this is when they charged me, right? So I went through trial. 2009, 2010. You know what I'm saying? I'm stressed out, bro. I done did almost all of my bid. I'm supposed to go home in like November 2010. I'm supposed to go to the halfway house. Nigga, they didn't even let me go to the halfway house. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm fighting this. They didn't give me a bail hearing, nothing, nigga. I'm guilty till proven innocent. And thank God, bro. I went through trial. I got a good jury, and I was found not guilty of all 3 counts of assault on federal correctional officers by a jury of my peers. You know what I'm saying? Crazy shit, bro. Just me knowing the dynamics, being a black man, and if you get a bad jury and then you take the stand, then they get to talking about you in jail and you're a criminal. All of that could prejudge you and have a jury convict you. So I would have took the deal, even though I wasn't guilty. I was like, man, if they come with 1 or 2 years, I'm gonna just take that shit and walk that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, when they charged me, nigga, my deal was 10 more years. Nigga, 10-year bid. They like, you gonna do 10 more. So I'm like, man, my son is already 9 years old, nigga. If I do 10 more years, nigga, my son gonna be grown. I never been on the streets with him free. That nigga gonna bore me. He ain't gonna respect me. Nigga, fuck that. Nigga, I gotta fight. I'm fighting to be a father in my son's life. You know what I'm saying? And I went through that, bro. They found me not guilty. So once they found me not guilty, they was stuck because they thought they was gonna convict me. So they like, oh shit, we didn't get a nigga no bail hearing. He's supposed to be home. His paperwork to go to the halfway house ain't done. So they transfer me back to Talladega, Alabama. When I get to Talladega, Alabama, I get in there. So as soon as I get into the day room, I'm like, so whoop, right? So homie come to the door. He like, who is that? Eminem? Right? I'm like, yeah, who is that? He like, SI murder. I'm like, yeah, blood, I need a cell. I just came back from court, this and this and that. He like, come up here with me. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to SI murder, nigga, Garland Tyree, nigga. The godfather, the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's a big ass game. No, Trey. Yeah, man. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to have that up there like that, but it got some crazy pieces, some content, man. It's something, man.
Oh, yeah, them the little homies. We gonna get to that. I'm almost finished. So,
okay, my bad. I'm just saying.
So, SI murder, we still up, and you know, he had already been writing me because he had been hearing my name, and some places the East Coast Bloods and the West Coast Bloods was clashing, power struggles and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But he had already heard my name, like I was a real solid homie, etc. That was about unity. You know what I'm saying? So and we got up there, and when I was his celly, he wrote the book Treyway. Well, you know, when you hear Tekashi 6ix9ine, Treyway, you know what I'm saying? Well, that comes from the book Treyway that was written by Garland Tyree.
I didn't know that.
I was in celly. If you go into that book, there's a dude named Zulu Brim. That character is built on me. He thought I was an African warrior. And he is and in there it says Zulu Brim was raised by his father, John Jr., and his uncles, the Millers, and Catnip, and he gets the naming and dropping my people's names. So people will be able to put two and two together. Though if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? And so we got to be cellies while he wrote that book, and he also wrote Omar's Revenge, which was him getting at the was it a Serbian? His co-defendant was a Serbian nigga that had the blicks and all of that, and they were selling the blicks, but the nigga snitched on him. I think his name was Omar. But so he made Omar Revenge also, but I don't know if that was ever published. But I left SI Murder, and that was how we built the bridge from the New York 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods, and he was also the chairman of the United Blood Nation, the New York version, right, of the United Blood Nation, and that's kind of how we built the bridge. It didn't have nothing to do with these industry niggas that these niggas check in with, right? It didn't have nothing to do with CS2 back. It didn't have nothing to do with none of these niggas that say you got to check in with just on some real blood shit. You know what I'm saying? We built the bridge from New York to the West Coast, and that was Deuce Ends and SI Murder. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they love you for that. Because they love, man, he got a lot of, that thing spread it like wildfire. That was amazing. That's crazy. I ain't know that, Deuce. I ain't know that at all.
That's my brother. Amazing. Rest in peace, man. My brother in arms, for sure.
So going through all that federal stuff, whether, you know, the artists come into play, you feel me? Or did you rap before you got up in there type shit?
Yeah. You know, I was already rapping like in 1998. I got my first break in the rap thing. As soon as I got out of YA, I started fucking with the homie Reggie Cudahy, right? He had just a few records, so he took us all to his studio in Compton and shit. And he was like, I want to see what y'all little niggas got. So we all went in there, and everybody was freestyling. Niggas had some cool freestyles, but they didn't know how to make songs and all of that. I was already more advanced dealing with Scary X while I was in jail and shit. And the homie noticed it, him and the other homies. So they like, hey, look, M, put me to the sideboard. Like, hey, look, I believe in you. I think out of all of these niggas, you ready. You know what I'm saying? You got songs. You able to record songs back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? And with concepts, I want you to be the first artist on just a few records. So I'm like, what you gonna give me? He like, I got the Lolo. I got a GS 400 Lexus, this and that. You can get all of that, but we got to get a deal first. Once we get a distribution deal, I give you all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bet, I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting performed with Payroll Entertainment and Death Row at an event. And then I ended up doing the Best in the West, which was sponsored by Budweiser, and it was hosted by 92.3 The Beat, the radio station in LA.
Damn,
you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Best in the West. Let me see. I think I might have sent you. I sent you the thing. You might can see it. Yeah, I'm sure I sent it to you, right? It shows the House of Blues, right? And it showed Faison Love, right? 1997. That was the first one. I was at the one after that in 1998.
Hold up, I think I got it somewhere up there. But It's tied in with some things. No, not the pair next thing. But yeah, actually I know where it is. It's over here. Man, that's big things, man. That's a lot of money involved too for a dude like you that came from where you came from. I laugh about the violent stuff because I respect what he did and what he stood for, but I like it because he turned his life around and now he's what I mean doing what he do. So it's an amazing story, you know what I mean. So it ain't like I'm just like it's just like it's amazing. That's why everything amazing make me just laugh. I'm like wow that he turned this shit around just like that. It's like wow. So I appreciate that, man. So wait, this might be it right.
So what's that? America's Got Talent. That's what the Best in the West was in California. It was the America's Got Talent showcase before that. America's Got Talent became America's Got Talent. Thousands of artists, R&B and hip hop would try out, and only 50 people would qualify to perform in the whole competition, and I was one of the 50 out of thousands. You know what I'm saying? So when I came, shout out Reggie Cutter, KD. Hold on, let me see if I can get him on here. This will be exclusive. I'm just gonna see what he remember. You know what I'm saying? Because the G homie, I'm gonna be. This was the day I met L.A. Reid, bro. You know what I'm saying? L.A. Reid approached me after I got off stage and slid me his card. He like, who you signed with? And I'm like, oh man, I'm with Just a Few Records, man. We trying to get a distribution deal. He slid me his card like, hit me up when you shake them, you know. And, hey man, it's the industry is a cold game. Hold on, let me see if the homie answered the phone. He might answer. Y'all should be able to hear this if he answer. I'm gonna tell him we live though.
A lot of people have that story about Wack. Oh, shake him and then we can do business.
Hey, KD.
What it do, boy?
What it do? Hey, real quick, I'm live on getting interviewed, right? And I was taking them back to the Best in the West. What you remember about the Best in the West, man?
What's that? The thing we went to back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shit, I don't know about down there.
Okay. Do you remember my performance? You was mixing and all of that?
Yeah, I definitely do.
And,
I remember all that.
And then when I finished performing, JJ Howard said something to me, and then I was approached by somebody. You remember who approached me after that performance?
No, but I remember him saying that you had skills on your performance, but you had on some former gang member clothing attire. Yeah.
Right.
They was impressed by your performance, but you had on gang attire.
Yeah, I think I had on like some Niner jersey, Niner hat or something. But do you remember L.A. Reid approaching me?
I remember L.A. Reid. I remember what was that? J.J. Howard. He was there. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, well, listen, man. Shout out Just a Few Records, man. This the first man who believed in my music, man. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Follow me, man. KD Jules 5 on all your social medias.
All right.
KD Jules 5, you dig?
Yeah, you dig. All right, love you, homeboy.
Yeah, much love. Congratulations, man, on the kid.
Hey, man, appreciate that, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right. So yeah, man, L.A. Reid tried to cut him out, get me to cut him out the picture so that they could deal with me. You know what I'm saying? And I was loyal anyway, bro. I wasn't that type of dude. But there I go, the Best in the West. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, niggas was doing it. You see MCA Records, you see the House of Blues, you see Best in the West, you see Budweiser.
97. He was sought after. He was LA sought after dude. He was too turned up, man. Too damn turned up.
Bro, I really miss my calling, but everything happened for a reason. So no, I got out in '98. I was doing the music. I also ended up my dad started shopping my demo to Tony Lane from Shepherd Lane, which ended up Stan Shepherd ended up managing me for a minute. But Tony Lane was his business partner for Treetop Paru, YG and them hood, DJ Quick and them hood. And he was after me for a minute, you know what I'm saying? So I had a buzz going on before I went to the feds with the music shit. Oh, and the Rough Rider shit. They was going to try to, what was her name? Don D, the female CEO. It was 3 CEOs of Rough Rider, but one of them was the sister. She had bought a house or some real estate out in L.A. Through my uncle through marriage, and he get me on with her, and they talking about they had $1.5 million budget, and they finna start Rough Riders West and all of this shit. So I was negotiating and trying to get in on that, but it wasn't nothing serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just, take this 1.5, you know what I'm saying? But I was buzzing, but I wasn't serious about that, bro. I was about my paper, bro. And I was heavily in the street still, you know what I'm saying? And that's why a nigga ended up where he was at. When you mix oil and water, man, that shit just don't mix, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to do one thing, stay focused on that, whether it's positive or negative, and just ride that out. And me, man, I'm pitching, I'm sending bitches, I'm hitting licks, I'm doing music, man. I was all over the place, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. That's exactly what happened when I got with the music. So now when I get out the feds, nigga, I get to the federal halfway house. My nigga DB, Danny Boy, man, grew up in the projects in the hood. He hooked me up with super producer Track D Beats. You know what I'm saying? He was with League of Stars at the time. You know what I'm saying? So then we started recording the Still I Live mixtape, my first mixtape since the just a few records, 92.3 Budweiser, Best in the West shit. I get out, I do We Riders, I get Ring Riches from Pushing the label on My Time to Shine. I get Mucho Dinero, Organized Grind on We Spending and Life or Death. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of all of the Yard Down music artists, G Telly, Nino, G Nut. You know what I'm saying? So we did that. I started doing music and fucking around, opening up shows with Ty Dolla $ign. Rest in peace, Big B, for putting me in that situation. Shout out to the homie Baby Bosco for helping to put me in that situation. And Hustle Man, you know what I'm saying, from the Bang Things. Doing shows, opening up for Joe. You know what I'm saying? Doing shows, opening up for YG. Shout out DJ J Bling. I'm finna interview DJ J Bling, and we gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? But we got it buzzing on the West Coast, you know what I'm saying, with the music shit. And this was all before the Hit Your Brimming. Some of the shows you just was showing the flyers from, you know what I'm saying, which demonstrate that niggas was getting booked, niggas was getting paid for walkthroughs. That's Club Hut. If you look in there, 5-Star Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, that's the birthday bash. Joe Moses, Yard Down, and Ty Dolla $ign. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely was in the mix. And that was before Hit Your Brimming. So right before I go back to jail on his last bid, Hit Your Brimming drop, and it goes to the moon, to the motherfucking moon. You dig? So yeah, man. Bull, you busy?
I thought I was.
Oh, he come back in.
What's up with Yard Down though? Yard Down and all that. That thing went crazy too, right?
Yeah, shout out to Yard Down Music, man. Like I said, I did the album, my own album with Still I Live mixtape with Track D Beats, Cameron Davis, and then my nigga Loco Mike, Front Street Watts Crep. Shout out my nigga White Mike, man. He taught me how to secure venues without paying money up front, right? I secured a Friday night at the infamous Club Cheetahs in Hollywood. this was my first show when I got out the Federal Halfway House. You know what I'm saying? I booked Joe Moses, YG, Reem Riches,
Big thing.
and I included OGE Life and Yard Down Music because these were relationships that were coming straight out of my community. The Fruit Town Brims, my nigga Danny Boy, he OGE. My nigga is Nino Brown brother and them niggas OGE. My nigga Mucho Dinero, it ain't been nothing but love. Bad Seed, shout out my nigga Bad Seed, he's still dope as fuck. My nigga TP, you know what I'm saying? Then you got the Yard Down niggas, G Telly, AOB Fingers, them is my pups. Them niggas is gangsters. You know what I'm saying? So when I put that show together, at the end, I ended up giving Gina like $250, $300, $400. I don't remember what it was, so don't give me the line. I know it wasn't much. And I just was like, huh? They're like, what's this for? I said, for your artists. You know what I'm saying? Just give them something they performed today. Give them something so that they can feel they accomplished something today. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be more where that come from. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do no shows and do no performances unless we eat. You know what I'm saying? And he told me that was the first time that he ever got paid for doing music. You know what I'm saying? Before he had did the House of Blues twice, but he was doing pre-sale tickets and he'd be happy if he just made his money back. You know what I'm saying? He was paying to get the venue, and he would just be happy if he get his money back as he was just building his fan base. So obviously he noticed that I knew something that he didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So we ended up being a hell of a motherfucking team. He called a meeting the next week out in Lancaster. The homies told me. I went out there. We go to his studio. He offered me all of his resources. In return, I assist him with marketing and promotion and helping his artists get popping. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing that I said was, y'all got some shit, but y'all got to change y'all beats. Like, we got to start to chase the DJ movement, which means every DJ that you know that do parties, that do clubs, we need to chase them down and get them the songs. But before we get them any songs, we got to change the beats that we got. It has to be congruent with the same tempos and type of beats that YG's making music to, because he's number one in the clubs at the time, that Joe Moses is making music to, that Problems is making music to. Well, you want to know who those producers were? League of Stars, which includes Track D. DT Make Hits, right? You know what I'm saying? We got we fuck with these producers. That's the same circle. So now we getting those type of beats, and the Yard Down artist is grinding. We'll go to the studio at 4 in the afternoon and leave that motherfucker 4 in the morning, and we leaving out that motherfucker with 6 songs a day and come back the next day and do 5 more. We was grinding, bro. Salute to that whole team, man, of niggas from the hood, niggas from the struggle, who had the courage and the dream to do something different, to do something positive, to try to make a way for their family. I love y'all, bro. Them was some of the best days of my life. But we used to pass out, shout out my dad, bro. So we used to pass out the flyers for Yard Down Music, the singles, thousands of flyers. We used to be going down Crenshaw, putting up the damn with the staple gun, putting up posters, going down La Cienega, going down Wilshire, going down, nigga, by the radio stations, nigga, making sure that they seeing that we buzzing out here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We out here hustling. You know what I'm saying? We put together, we put together several other shows together. And so yeah, that's what it was really about, man. And DJ J Bling was the first DJ that really got us cracking. I think he was He was working with thisis50.com at the time. So he was able to get us on there. He was also DJ at like 5 different clubs, couple in the Antelope Valley, and then a couple of and several of them in Hollywood. So he was spinning our music, getting us booked for shows. Like he the one that got us booked for that first show with YG and the Push Inc. niggas in Lancaster. But he got us in rotation. So even when we not performing, different DJs and clubs is now, hey, slide through, man. We got a bottle for y'all. We gonna play y'all song tonight. You know what I'm saying? We showing y'all love. Show us some love. So we doing walkthroughs. We doing performances, bro. Yeah, man. Yard Down Music. This was all before Hit Your Brimming, bro.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas, we wasn't big, but we definitely was a blip on the radar. You dig?
That's crazy. You was somehow lined up with all the right people too. Only thing that could come to my mind that didn't happen. You was too. It happened. You made. You know, that was a big thing. But I mean, like you should like Ty Dolla $ign. How that even happened? Because all these people are, you know, they doing, and you was with them in the beginning. That's crazy. Not the beginning. Let me tell you, with Ty. Well, I guess you could say the beginning. With Ty, they came with Tooted and Booted. They toured the world. Before I met Ty Dolla $ign, they had already toured the world, him and YG, because they had a deal through Def Jam for Tooted and Booted, right? So they toured with 50 Cent, who was on the remix, Snoop Dogg, E40, Trey Songz. So they already had these type of relationships, and Ty Dolla $ign is starting to write for these artists. That's what people don't know. Ty was already writing Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, you know what I'm saying? So, but Def Jam dropped them, so they don't have no major record deal when I get out. But like I say, they all pushing the label. And pushing the label was started by Big B Dog, Big B, from Neighborhood Bloods, Rolling 20s, 29th Street. You know what I'm saying? Big Byron. And let me tell y'all about Big Byron before, so y'all could really understand. Big Byron was a gangster. Belize John, my boy. Belize John. But, and he was, the Rolling 20 Bloods is the Fruit Town Brims' #1 ally besides the other Brim set. They're right, geographically right next to the Fruit Town Brims, his neighborhood fruits. You know what I'm saying? But, Big B, I used to hang with his little cousin, Tiny Spook, and his other little cousin, Junebug. You know what I'm saying? So who was Baby B at the time? Junebug used to be Baby B Dog. But they fell out or whatever, family disputes or whatever. But I knew Big B Dog from Gang Bang. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a real gangster, but he was like 600 pounds, bro. 700 pounds. And he got diagnosed with diabetes. Okay.
So he made a change in his diet. He made a change in his mentality. And he started being a positive, inspirational figure, bro. Just everything, his energy. And it started with Chad Ochocinco. Chad Ochocinco and Nino Brim, my crime me on my bank robbery from the hood. You know what I'm saying? They used to go to USC at 5, 6 in the morning, practicing running routes because Ochocinco was playing at a community college, Santa Monica, right? And then he got a scholarship to Oregon State. You know what I'm saying? And then he made it to the pros. Chad Ochocinco used to live with Big B. Big B is one of the people that helped inspire Chad Ochocinco. But he didn't just stop there. He was the one that inspired YG, PC, Ty Dolla $ign, Joe Moses, G. Casso. He put Reem Riches, he put them together and started pushing the label. He was the founder.
And he showed them success too. He showed them that helped too.
he got all of them dudes in there. So when I got off the feds, I seen Big B at Hamburger Dance in my hood, the hamburger stand on Exposition in Normandy. And I jumped in the car with him. I'm like, nigga, what's up? I'm like, man, what's up with YG? So he had told me how he lost YG as far as the contract. He had put together a show, something, and it went bad. He got in debt, so he had to sell YG contract. But he had Ty Dolla $ign. So he like Ty Dolla $ign doing, what was the name of that show? And I'm gonna give y'all this story, right? It was in Hollywood though, right? Was it Belasco's? One of them. But anyway, so I'm like good looking. So it's Hustle Man, who used to always be with Ty, he for 20. It's the homie Baby Bosco, who don't rap. AOB Savage, shout out AOB Savage, and Ty Dolla $ign. So me, AOB Savage, and Ty Dolla $ign supposed to perform. I'm trying to get, I think it was like $500. So they supposed to pay like $5,500, and we supposed to split the rest of the money, and Ty's supposed to get $3,500. So when we get there, we sitting in the Ty got his thing on. We get in the VIP. So they bring the bag and they drop it. It's a little like bank bag, and they drop it on the thing. Ty go through it. He's like, blood, that shit is only $3,500. I'm like, well, I ain't taking no shorts. That's walkthrough money. You know what I'm saying? So they like, what y'all want to do? I'm like, Hustle Man, grab the money. We out of here. I'm like, on Bloods, nigga, we out of here. So we get up out of the motherfucker without performing because they coming short, nigga. This motherfucker packed. And for Ty Dolla $ign, it wasn't even like niggas. It was Mexicans and white people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nigga, we out of here. We get to leave, and nigga, the bitch point the finger like, he's the one. He got the money. So the security's trying to grab me. The homie Baby Bosco up Blicky. Nigga, Billy Weston, like, nigga, don't touch the homie. Nigga, it's gonna go bad. We got up out of there with the money, though, man, and went to the studio. But, nigga, back then, but Big B-Dog linked me with Ty Dolla $ign. And that was the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Several different experiences I've had with the dude. But what happened, them dudes is they pumping and bringing the West Coast back independently. Shout out Pushing the label. Shout out NWB, formerly known as AOB. Them niggas brought the West Coast back, nigga, independently with their own sound. Shout out DJ Mustard. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas brought the West Coast back, bro. And they was buzzing so hard with their independent grind. Shout out to all of the DJs that kept them niggas cracking. Charisma. Shout out to Young California. Shout out to Trapped Out LA, formerly known as the Hitman West. The Hitman West took YG on that tour, and I think that's when he got signed with Jeezy, and he ended up dropping that My Crazy Life. He blows up. Ty Dolla $ign gets signed with Atlantic. He drops Paranoid, Platinum. That blows up him and Joe. But I'm in jail. Remember, I didn't drop Hit Your Brimming. Ty was supposed to be at the Hit Your Brimming video shoot. I called him that morning, and he told me, like, oh, you got your cameramans and all of that. He like, pop out on me. I got a show tonight. We could get some footage there. But I would have came to the video shoot, but I'm babysitting. Shout out to all the fathers. You know what I'm saying? They say black men don't is daddies and all of that. Shout out to all the fathers, black fathers out there. You know what I'm saying? But make a long story short, we ended up going somewhere else after we did the video shoot. It was a private party for Hit Your Brimming. It was a bad thick bitch, nigga. That was her favorite song. Man, I'm trying to see what she talking about. And we went to her house, right? She had
my song.
Yeah, so I'm trying to hit that thing, keeping it a buck. But anyway, yeah, man, that's what it was with Yard Down Music. I ended up linking G-Nut with Ty Dolla $ign, and he ended up doing the Face Down record, right? So I went to the AOB pool party. Joe Moses and them just came off tour, and Ty Dolla $ign pop in. So he's like, oh, where the drink at, bro? Well, I'm like, nigga, where the drink? Hey, Joe, where the drink at? He like, man, we just did a store run. Tell that nigga go spend some of that pop money, right? So the nigga Ty like, what's up though? I'm like, nigga, what's up, nigga? What you gonna charge me for a feature, right? So he's like, you nigga, it's love, nigga, nothing. You know what I'm saying? He like, but I want to do a song with Yard Damn. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, for real? He like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I called G Nut. Hey, G Nut, what's up? Hey, I'm at the AOB pool party. This nigga Ty said he want to do a song with Yard Down. You know what I'm saying? I asked him how much. He said X amount of dollars, but you might could talk him down because he want to do the song. He like, damn, that nigga Ty Dolla $ign know about Yard Down? I'm like, I guess so. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I knew Ty, but I didn't know he knew about Yard Down. You know what I'm saying? Yard Down was buzzing, bro. And so basically that ended up becoming the G-Nut featuring Ty Dolla $ign Face Down. Not only did they get the song, they ended up shooting a video, and then 2 months after that, Ty Dolla $ign was signed to Atlantic Records.
Damn. Yeah. But he's still is he from Fruit Town Brims?
Oh no, Ty Dolla $ign from NHB 20s.
Oh, okay, well, bad.
He up under Big B. That's where Big B from. That Big B is his big homie. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I met Ty, through his big homie, nigga. His manager, the nigga that founded Push Inc., the label, Big B Dog, a positive brother, man. Rest in peace. He ended up dying to his health issues, and but his spirit's still alive. I believe it's still through me. You know what I'm saying? His entrepreneurial spirit, his motivational energy, and I think that parts of that still helps push me today, bro.
I feel you, man. That's what's up. Salute, rest in peace to him too. Sound like he was a real one for sure.
Yes, sir.
What happened to HYB though afterwards?
Oh no, that's Hit Your Brimming. So Hit Your Brimming. After that, it was
You ain't doing no remix or nothing. Like it just was done.
Nah, the remix was the video. If you look at the video, that's the remix. The original is only me and Fingers. You know what I'm saying? And then we did that, but it was released, like you see, it hit the MTV. Kanye West posted, Germany, Italy, international, but it got infringed, right? So you got everybody trying to utilize this song in movies. Ice-T and them did The Gang Activists. So I ended up suing them, getting that taken down and filing a lawsuit on that. YouTube wasn't paying me my money. I made them take the videos they had on YouTube down, and I sued them. I got my money out of them. Another person put together a compilation of West Coast artists with YG and Nipsey Hussle on the cover called Bang That Volume 3, right? It got Nipsey Hussle and YG at their peak, and Hit Your Brimming is on the mixtape. They were selling that compilation for $9.98 internationally on Amazon and other platforms also. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in jail and my song's being exploited. So I started studying the Digital Millennial Copyright Act. I started studying copyright law. And I ended up filing a lawsuit while I was incarcerated in 2016, 2017, about 2 years before I came home. You know what I'm saying? To forcing these dudes to take my music down, and then filing in the court. And then when I got out, I found an attorney who could do it because I had to work, and you know what I'm saying, I didn't have the time to litigate no more. And that's what ended up happening, bro. I ended up settling out in 2022, 2023, you know what I'm saying, for an undisclosed amount of money, you know what I'm saying, and for copyright infringement against $2 billion companies, Amazon and Google. Google owns YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I learned the hard way that if your business ain't right and you create something worth value, there's going to be an endless amount of people trying to exploit your work and make money off of you without compensating. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't got that bread out of that though, for sure, man. Because I hate the big businesses. They get grimy. You already know this. This isn't something, man. That ain't something we don't know. That's all I gotta say. But hit your brimming, man. Salute to that, man. At least you did something big that's classic. That's gonna be here forever. So you did that. Active Trucks, is it just a YouTube channel, or is it like
hell no, nigga? Active Chucks is the brand, nigga. Hit Your Brimming was through Active Chucks, nigga. My lawsuit for Hit Your Brimming was through Active Chucks. The Damu Keyway conversation is through Active Chucks. Active Chucks Entertainment was the company I formulated and started repping after I separated from my boy I got off the phone with just a few records. I started envisioning my own company. You know what I'm saying? A red chuck and a blue chuck with a microphone in the middle. You see it, right? Because I seen that music was the only safe zone where Bloods and Crips on the West Coast can get together, whether it was through the West Side Connection, whether it was through Death Row Records, where they could get together and have a safe zone and a safe space to build positivity. And that's what I envision Active Chucks Entertainment to be. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is Active Chucks ended up becoming the voice of the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Active Chucks Entertainment, the Damu Keyway conversation, is the voice of the West Coast.
They don't know what that means, but they'll find out. If you know, you know. But yeah, I believe it.
Right.
The real was Active Chucks. And it's a charity involved too, right?
Yeah. So you have Active Chucks Entertainment, which is my sole proprietorship. And then you have Active Chucks Charitable Org, which is an actual nonprofit, a 501c3 tax-exempt organization. This year, we haven't fundraised. We haven't did anything because I'm so focused on Hip Hop Planets, which is my life revolves around my family, Maria, Ezra, my son, then Hip Hop Planets, and making sure I provide for them in the meantime. So this whole year I haven't done no events, but I started it to help repair the communities that I helped destroy. That was personal to me. I mean, I can't change everything I participated in when I was younger, but I can decide what I'm going to contribute to the community now. And it's like, this ain't just something that appears on paper. Like Google Active Chucks Charitable Org, and it's on all of the websites for nonprofits. Through the Feed the People, we served more than 500 hot meals on Skid Row on Labor Day. We've conducted 2 different back-to-school supply drives and distributed more than 500 backpacks and school supplies through Las Vegas school district, in the school district in Las Vegas. We worked around to hold dirty cops accountable, hold bad cops accountable, and end qualified immunity. That whole campaign and police accountability. We participated in the Black History programming in Las Vegas with the CW network through Sinclair Broadcasting and Sinclair Digital. We've also did the end qualified immunity message to the kids at the Pet Farm in Henderson, Nevada, and that was through Cox Media, the cable network. And we brought the same qualified immunity campaign to the 5K Peace Walk in Los Angeles, involving the Crips and Bloods in LA meets Compton and Watts. You know what I'm saying? I got video footage, and some of that video footage is in Light Up, but I got video footage of that still, and I did a lot of interviews. Go to Active Chucks. You can see me interview some of the people at that event. It was a 5K peace walk. So
Mm-hmm.
the ultimate goal of Active Chuck Charitable Org is I want it to become synonymous with revolutionary positive change in inner cities of America. Not just LA, not just Vegas, Milwaukee, Chicago, Seattle, the Bronx. I want different chapters to start with those same intents, with the same intent, not performative activism, actual work. Feed somebody, give a kid school supplies, create peace between people who have inherited conflicts, challenge the systems that needs reform, and address mental health issues. I got an upcoming documentary, Deuce Ends, hashtag March Madness. And that documentary is a docu-musical, and it's part of that evolution because it highlights mental health illness, and it's told from that standpoint. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, that's a big deal, man. Mental health is definitely big. So I think we ignore it all the time too, man. It's crazy as hell. So with the street life, you went through all that stuff. You got a lot of benefits from it, and you suffered a lot from it. Do you regret it, like signing up and, you know what I mean, going so hard? You regret that shit or what?
That's a good question. I don't live with too many regrets, right? You got to think. I regret that people got hurt, people lost their life. You know what I'm saying? Because death is forever. People got life sentences. That's forever. You only got one life. I regret decisions that took years away from my life. I sometimes think like, what would have happened if I wasn't so heavy in the gang subculture, really living that life. Went after I met L.A. Reid. You know what I'm saying? But I also refuse to lie about where I came from just because now I'm sitting around businessmen and investors in $1 million meetings. I got one on the 30th. $1 million meetings.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? That experience gave me an understanding of people who usually are talked about instead of being listened to. And the responsibility now is figuring out what I'm going to do with understanding. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So what would a 14-year-old kid say if a 14-year-old you say if he seen you now, that banged out little wild motherfucker that nobody really want to run into? What would he say if he see you now, man, and what you doing, man, and how you carrying, as a Philly nigga say?
Nigga, you ain't CK Eminem, you a fraud. You know what I'm saying? That's what the 14-year-old Eminem would be saying to me right now, homie. Because he was an ignorant motherfucker that only focused on negativity. He was dealing with mental health issues. He had been traumatized through physical abuse. You know what I'm saying? And so he a 14-year-old, he would be ignorant. But you know what I would tell that 14-year-old? Everything that you finna walk through, I've already walked through. The prison riots, 10 years in federal prison, 5 years, 6 months in California Youth Authorities, plus 2 camp programs. So just say 6 years, 8 years in state prison, county jail programs. A total of almost 25 years of your life will be spent behind bars with a motherfucker telling you what you gonna eat that day, telling you when you can sleep, when you can eat, when you can shit, smelling your celly shit, eating top ramen soups, missing the time your son is born, missing the time he takes his first steps, missing the time he started playing sports, the women that you lost because you were so committed to something that wasn't loyal to you. I've been there. I seen where you going. And honestly, I know it's going to take you to bump your head to really understand what I'm trying to tell you. Be a student of life. Continue to analyze everybody that comes into your life. Make wise decisions on those that you allow around you. And don't be so trustworthy. Trust is the greatest thing. It's priceless. Because a millionaire can't buy trust. Because if he could buy it, then that means somebody could pay him more money to get it. It's priceless.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And so it's one of the greatest things in honor. It's one of the greatest things in the world to be associated with your character and your name, to be trustworthy. But that loyalty also is a double-edged sword. Because if you, because of your loyalty, blindly handcuff yourself to the wrong people, you're going to be allowing others to make decisions for you that affect your life, that could stop you from ever having a chance to reach the level of success that I did after doing over 25 years in prison. That's what I would tell the 14-year-old me. And the craziest part about it, that's exactly why I told WAC 100 I didn't want to do business with him. Because I knew for a fact how loyal I am. I would have had me and the homies going hard for that nigga. And we would have ended up in jail because he on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I would have been putting my niggas in a fucked up situation behind a foul ass nigga. And that was probably one of the best decisions in my life that I ever made, bro.
Man, happy you made that decision, man. These young boys, it's a lot of them that hopefully they need to hear that last, man, you just gave up a lot of knowledge, a lot of good shit that they need, man, because these kids is running wild. But yeah, you sent a lot of content though. You want to get into it or what, man?
Well, yeah, you can. It's going on 3 hours. We can end it here. Go ahead and chop that down. You got pictures. I'm gonna see you some more pictures and shit.
Oh, for sure.
You can edit. You can edit how you want to edit it, man. Salute you, man. Thanks for having me, man. And salute to everybody that came through and supported, man. Bulllight is he comes off as a real authentic dude. You know what I'm saying? He's an OG on this YouTube shit when it came to Clubhouse content. I remember when he didn't used to give Deuce Ends too much spins. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I was blinded. I ain't gonna hold you. I was blinded, man. For real. Yeah. I ain't never seen disrespectful to you or nothing. Like, I mean, towards you on no podcast or nothing. But I was rocking with that boy, and I believed the dumb shit he was saying and stuff till I peeped the script. You know what I mean? And you know, he fooled a lot of people. But luckily, because of you. And only a Don would do shit like this, come fuck with me on this, you know what I mean, on this level, and bring, you know what I mean, because this is going to bring this channel up, and when it come up, you know, this his channel, tell you the truth, but I ain't going to hold you, but I was blinded until only a nigga like you could do what you did, man, and kill that boy, credibility way off, and now it just, you know, trickles, it's over, it's just over, basically, everybody know that, man. But yeah, man, for sure.
Well, thanks again, bro. Salute. Hey, we're gonna do it again in a couple weeks or something, maybe a month, whenever you're ready. But I gotta go back. Ezra, Maria, I gotta eat, and then I gotta go help Maria with Ezra. See, I'm a father. I'm not just a businessman. I'm a father first, bro. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you, salute to everybody. Down Keyway. Conversation. Yeah.
Deuce Ends, the Don, man. He tapped in and fuck with your boy, man. Appreciate it. We're gonna chop this up, man. This content gonna come at y'all in all kind of ways. He sent me some content. We gotta get into it. He said a month or whatever. Yeah, all right, we gonna get him back here before that. But anyway, I got some big interviews coming up too. So rock with your boy. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button. You know. It was a lot to get over, a lot to get through. We got through like half of it, but we gonna finish that though. Salute to y'all though. Peace. Hit that like button, man. I'm in college still. I'm gonna get better. I'm at practice, you heard? I ain't tripping on nothing. I ain't tripping on nothing. Because it's a power in numbers, and the numbers is going up slowly but surely. That's because the foundation is strong. I love y'all.